Okay, in the shop, we're getting ready to get the final sanding done and get prepped for the carbon fiber that's going to be going over the cowl. And this is our plug that we're going to use. We're not going to make a mold. It's going to, once again, this is just going to be a plug that's going to get covered, and then we're going to remove the foam. And what we're going to do to remove it is we're going to spray PVA on the foam once it's sanded nice and smooth, which will allow us to take the chunks out easier. But what I come to show you here today is, for those who want to try to make their own cowl, a couple of quick tips. When you're going to get ready to make your cowl, you're going to need a couple pieces of wood, and there's going to be a piece of wood that goes down the center right here. This goes all the way down from front to back, and it goes right through and goes down on the underside all the way back. You can see it there. And then there's this one here is on the center line, which is going to give you your side profile. And then there's a piece of wood that goes horizontal all the way through, which is going to give you your top view profile. This is a pretty funky cowl, as it has a blister built into it for the full scale, so you can fit an IO 540. Kind of hard to see, but you can see the blister in it a little bit. Right there, it's a nice general blister. But what you want to do to keep your symmetry, to make sure your symmetry is good, is if you use strips of foam. This is from Home Depot. It's 1.5 inches thick. Put a piece here, piece here, piece here, and go out like this. And this way, when you sand, what I do is I usually shape one side to get it to the shape I want. And then what I'll do is I'll match this side to this side, or vice versa, however you do it. But the concept is, you can use the lines in the curves to match. You can tell if your symmetry is correct. If you look at this and look down, you'll see the curves. If this wasn't sanded back here correctly, you'd see it higher, and the curves or the lines and the joining lines of the foam would actually really make it stand out. I'll put a picture in the video of what it looks like, but that's one way you can get your symmetry correct when you're doing a cowl or even a canopy plug. You'll see it's a solid piece of foam that goes all the way right to the back, and that way you can really tell if your sanded one side is nice and true, which you can see here. I'm off a couple little spots, but not many. It's pretty much right on. So we have a couple places to patch up and fill, and then we're going to get ready to lay down some carbon. The other thing you can do is, when you look at it, so for instance, we want to make sure that this curvature here is correct, the curvature of the side here. So we look at this profile here on this sand line, and if we go over to the other side over here, you're going to find that the sand line is a little bit smaller, so that tells me that this radius is a little shallower. So if you notice, it's about the same height back here, but this takes more of a taper. So what we want to do is, before we finalize this, if you look at this side here, we're about the same height, but we're higher here on our sand line. So what we'll do now is I'll take this curvature right here, make this a little more shallow, as in the full scale, this is the center line of the engine. The curvature doesn't go flat here. This is pretty much flat. I have it. This has to be sanded to a nice curve all the way up to the top up here. So we have to do a little adjustment here. So before we get done, I'll show you that, and then we can go from there. But the cowl is progressing for the 50% Phoenix DR104 biplane.